Hey tennis lovers, what's up? Welcome back to another amazing episode of Tennis Love. Unlike most sports, tennis is not timed. Rather, the match is won by winning a certain number of sets. With this concept in motion, the sport's opened itself to some oddities. Most matches hover around the 2-hour mark, some may even stretch to 3, but be it a singles match or a doubles match, sometimes the score can't be settled in a timely fashion. It doesn't matter if it's a men's match or a women's match. The matches on this list represent the top 5 longest tennis matches of all time. The athletes listed below must encompass enormous amounts of endurance. Simply put, no normal human could participate in these matches competitively. These matches are truly special. Number 5, John McEnroe versus Mats Wilander, 1982, 6 hours and 22 minutes. With both men appearing on the list in the previous spots, this would be the first match either of these men played that went over 6 hours. Edging out of the previous match just by 1 minute, John McEnroe came out on the other end of this particular match, beating Wilander in 5 grueling sets. Once again, set at the Davis Cup, this time in 1982, the third set would be the one that established the precedence for absurdly long tennis matches. Wilander took the third set from John 17-15, however, the ever-resilient McEnroe would battle back and eventually go on to win the match 8-6 in the fifth. Number 4, Vicki Nelson versus Jean Heppner, 1984, 6 hours and 31 minutes. The only match on this list that involves women, it's an impressive feat to see any woman on this list. Why? If you know the rules of tennis, you know that men's matches are played in a best-of-5 sets scenario during Grand Slams and special tournaments, and women's matches are only played in a best-of-3 format. Knowing this match only lasted 3 sets just shows just how much grit and determination both of these players had during each and every point. Both American players were dueling it out in a tug-of-war to see who was going to advance to the second round of the 1984 Central Fidelity Banks International. Nelson got the better of Heppner in the third set and won 11-9. Number 3, Fabrice Santoro versus Arnaud Clement, 2004, 6 hours and 33 minutes. One of the few matches on this list not taking place in the Davis Cup, this matchup featured 2 Frenchmen going toe-to-toe. The prize was the 2004 French Cup, but only one of them would make it out of the first round. With Santoro taking the first 2 sets, the tournament looked grim for Clement, but he narrowly escaped defeat by winning the third set in a tiebreaker. After taking the fourth set in a commanding fashion to 6-3, the match came down to just 1 set. In fact, the match lasted so long, the last set wouldn't be finished until the following day. Santoro managed to fight back and win the 5th set by a score of 16-14. Number 2, Thomas Berdych and Lucas Rosol versus Stanislas Wawrinka and Marco Cialdinelli, 2013, 7 hours and 2 minutes. The second doubles match appearing on this list is also one that supersedes 7 hours of playtime. Featuring 2 players who have broken the top 10, Berdych and Wawrinka, the first round match took place at the 2013 Davis Cup. Fighting to earn a championship for their country, both teams exerted an astounding amount of effort during the match. All sets were close, the most lopsided set being 6-4, and fans were in for a treat. After a tick over 7 hours, match point was scored for Berdych and Rosol. They won the 5th set 24-22 in an epic 7-hour power struggle. Number 1, John Isner versus Nicolas Mahut, 2010, 11 hours and 5 minutes. This will never be topped. The 2010 Wimbledon matchup in the first round has been immortalized at Wimbledon itself with a plaque commemorating the 3-day struggle. It was the perfect combination. Isner with his large lumbering serve and Mahut's quick return game made them polar opposites to each other. Each other's weaknesses was the other's strength. After lasting 2 days, tennis fans weren't the only ones tuning in. Everybody stopped to see when and if the match would ever end. After 3 days worth of Grand Slam tennis, Isner collapsed on the ground. The energy was drained from his body. He had just won the longest tennis match of all time, 70-68 in the 5th set. It will never be forgotten. Where were you when Isner beat Mahut? So guys, that's all for today's video. Share as much as you can, as it really motivates us to create more content for you guys. With that, we end our video. Hope you liked the video.